Thank you for joining me today. My name is Lee Reams with CountingWorks Pro, and today's quick hits, we're going to talk about amplifying the voice of your customers. So your clients, the small businesses and taxpayers who work with you to help you drive conversion about your brand, right? So how are we going to use this tool of the voice of your customer, who's now one of the most important parts of your marketing program, and how are we going to use it to help build and grow your practice? So the importance of customer voice for brands. Consumers are actively taking part in the conversation surrounding brands they love or hate, right? So whether you like it or not, head in the sand kind of mentality, people are talking about you, and they're talking about you online. They're talking about you with their friends, colleagues, if someone asks for a referral. So their opinion about you matters, right? So the voice of the customer is the most powerful driver behind conversations about brands. So you want positive influencers. You want people to have great experiences about you, and you want them to be able to share that with their colleagues and friends. So companies who embrace and take advantage of this fact will be more successful in the digital age, and it's part of building out a strong digital footprint. So customer voice and referrals. So one thing we hear a lot is, well, my business is built on referrals, I don't need reviews. And a very important element of this that people are forgetting is that clients who refer you, the person being referred, they're going to Google your name. I mean, let's just say it's 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. They're going to Google you on their phone or on their desktop at work, and they're going to see what other people are saying about you. They're going to look at your website. Perhaps they'll look at your social media accounts. And of course, if you have reviews and if you have a lot of positive 5-star reviews, it just reinforces that referral. It makes it much easier for that referral to become a client and to convert. And more importantly, something that people forget is you start out as in a more trustworthy position, right? So the client already has not only a friend or colleague referring them into you, they trust that person, but now they have the backup of all these other clients who are sharing their experience. So, some clients will still find you via traditional methods. They maybe that 1 out of 10 who doesn't, Google your name, but referrals no longer happen in a vacuum. It's an important aspect. So even if your firm, you're looking for a specific type of client, even if your firm is built on referrals, reviews matter. So one of the biggest funnels leading prospects to your practice is it's not probably reviews, it's reviews. So it's something to think about. Who do customers trust? Who do consumers trust? It's becoming easier for communities to share opinions, including ratings and reviews, right? And this is happening online all the time. There's a lot of, Facebook is really pushing their groups. You see this on LinkedIn groups as well, people asking for referrals. You see it on Nextdoor. So it is definitely happening. And the easier you make it to be shareable and to have a strong digital footprint, the more likely those referrals are going to be trusted, right? So consumers trust ratings and reviews more than any other form of supporting product information. Prospects are 12 times more likely to trust the opinions of past clients over any message you share yourself. So I think these are really good takeaways. And Bizarre Voice said it well. Consumers no longer want brands to talk at them. They want brands to talk with them. And much of that conversation takes place in the form of ratings and reviews. Companies now use Net Promoter Score, and they do definitely asking for feedback. You want your customers to buy in. You want them to be passionate about your product or service. And this kind of goes into the stages of growth. So stage one, kind of the word of mouth referral, one by one, a slow process, right? Even if you're really good at referrals, it's not an automated process. It's a limited scale. You're not going to grow as quickly as if you use the referral pipeline to create what we call the machine. So using technology to help automate this, it allows you to scale in an unlimited way. And the reviews are the most important part to back up so people sometimes talk about landing pages and click funnels and this and that they heard at a webinar. Well, if you don't have anything backing up what the advertising says when people come to it, so there's no social proof, you're dead in the water. And people always say, well, I don't get any, I don't get leads, or I don't convert my leads. Well, the first thing we look at is, what does that online presence look like? What does the review profile look like? And usually, 99% of the time, it's non-existent or poor. So that's one of the first things you really need to work on. So engage your client voice to grow your practice. So it's not just about reviews. You must ensure the conversation can be seen and heard at every point of the client lifecycle. The conversation about your brand is already happening online. And many don't even understand that. They're not even in the game. So if you're not looking at digital marketing, you do not have a strong social presence People are researching. They're in the research stage. They're in the awareness phase. They're then going into the intent phase. By the time they're in the intent phase, they've already had all these positive experiences with your competitors, and that is why people that are kind of languishing, they're not growing. That's kind of the major thing. So a lot of this is happening without them even knowing it. So will you choose to fight it or encourage and embrace it? And of course, our solution is saying, hey, let's embrace this. So if you have questions on how to use reviews to grow your practice, whether that be on our TaxBuzz marketplace, CountingWorks, or Google My Business, or any other marketplace site, love to talk to you. 800-442-2477, or visit us at countingworkspro.com. Thank you and have a good day.